Hey guys, this is your buddy Chapadong. I am a coach and contributor, inside DFSArmy.com, and I was trying to put together an email or a newsletter this morning, trying to figure out how can I best describe to you the value that you get as being a VIP inside DFS Army. So first of all, thanks for clicking the email, opening it up, taking a look. You're obviously curious. So the best way I could probably deliver that to you is through a video tour. So why don't you come on in, let's take a peek, and let's wander around DFS Army together, and let me show you why I think it's the best site going. There are a lot of other sites out there charging 50 bucks a month, 100 bucks a month. They're all trying to copy what it is we do. Many of them do not offer a complete package for you. They offer partial stuff. A lot of them charge you 100 bucks a month just to provide you lineups. They don't even teach you how to build your own lineups. And if you want to take the lazy way out and pay more than twice the money, fine, go for it. But if you want to do a little bit of work and you like the hobby and you want to take pride in what it is that you do, jump on in and give us a shot. Use our coaches as leverage to help you out. We are teammates. We're not competitors inside DFS Army. We are a group of people that like to talk about it together. We like to bounce plays off each other's heads. We like to kind of figure out the nuances of the sport and where we might be able to exploit an edge. Speaking of exploiting an edge, I will tell you, if you don't have an algorithm and customizable projections at your fingertips these days, you are behind the 8 ball. The industry is smarter, the industry is better, and you're going to get crushed. Not many people can do it on their own anymore. You need a team of people to help you out. One example I will use is online poker. I used to play a lot of online poker. It transfers very well into DFS. And we had a heads-up display of statistics on every single player at the poker table, and some of them were very, very elaborate. I could find bullet holes in your game all day long and exploit them when the situation arises, and then I could pay my rent from it. This is what DFS is evolving into. If you don't have an optimizer, you are behind the 8 ball. You're going to become a losing player. Too many people have them. If you can't beat them, join them. I couldn't win in online poker without that heads-up display because too many people were exploiting me. So even though I didn't really like the thing that much, I had to learn how to use one to re-exploit those people that were. I basically flipped the tables around on them. Let's flip the DFS tables around and use optimizers and use content. Let me walk you through really quickly here. This is our premium Slack chat forum, and we've got new guys popping in saying, I don't understand what some of this means. Can you help? And automatically somebody jumps in and shows them, a link to start. Hey, here's where I started reading. Go for it. Come back. Ask more questions. We'll walk you right on through them. We've got guys that are producing off of our Domination Station optimizer, producing winning lineups. In some cases, if I jump down in here into the winning lineups page for you and show you, there's a guy that ran multi-entry and cashed all but one lineup. I mean, that was huge. If I look down here, $4 into 28, but here's a couple $100. If I look up a little bit more, there were a couple of really, really good ones. There's 50 into 130, 12 into 30, 16 into 26. These are pretty standard wins. We had a guy pop a $500 winner the other night, and we had another guy turn 200 bucks into, I think it was $700 or so. Maybe that was in the PGA room. But we have PGA discussion going all the time as well. Yeah, there's your 230 into 800 bucks from PGA alone. This came from our research station. Let me show you a little bit of our tools and stuff that the VIPs have access to. You want to do defense versus position in NBA and see where the soft spots in the slate are? Click the sortable stats and pull up the point guards. See who's in the good spots. You want to play on DraftKings and do the same thing with point guards and shooting guards? Do the same thing. This is just one tool that we offer. If you look under the NBA, there's a lot of tools in here. We've got strategy articles for every sport. We've got a lot of different content for every sport. If you want to look at the PGA research station, I've already got it pulled up for you. There it is. Now I'll show you a couple of quick spots, really easy. We've got stats that will show you in PGA what guys are suited for what course. We look at course history. We look at recent form. And I can show you that Ricky Fowler's missed 3 of his last 4 cuts at Torrey Pines last week. He was a tournament play. He was not a cash-safe player. As a result, maybe you benefited from that. But if you wanted a cash-safe player because you're playing in cash games, if you don't know what cash games are, you need to become a member of DFSArmy.com so that we can teach you. And you look at the missed cut ratio. He never missed a cut in his last, 8-9 years. So probably a pretty safe player, pretty safe to make the cut, playing well recently. Statistics lined up right. Charles Howell was a good play last week for cash games. This is just one way you can spot some targets in your DFS lineups no matter what sport you play. I don't care if you play NASCAR. We've got a research station for NASCAR. If I look at the domination station optimizer, I can play golf if I want. I can play basketball if I want. I can call up the slate in basketball. This was yesterday's early only slate. We've got some of the slates broken down into their sub slates for you. And let's say I wanted to run 10 lineups. I can run 150 if I want. And I want to run, say, a few unique players in the lineup instead of just running everybody the same like most of these other silly projections or silly lineup optimizers do. And then it's hard to get guys to switch and without locking this guy and running it again, and locking that guy, running it again, and doing all that. Just run 4 unique players. It'll mix them up for you. If I have all of my exposures set, if I'm going to reset the options here really quick, was playing with it yesterday. Reset everybody's, so run 10 lineups, run 4 unique players. Well, 3 unique, how about 4? If I wanted to run my fantasy point range, say nobody under 20 points, it locks them all out. I want to do the same thing for salary. If I want to start stacking by team, stacking by position, hey, that center and point guard combo is going to be lethal tonight. There's going to be a lot of weakness inside. I'm going to get a lot of easy buckets with that center, and I'm going to get the point guard with a lot of assists as a result of it, so I want to stack those 2 up. Do it. The optimizer allows you to do it. If you have questions and you want to learn how to use it to more effective, I guess use it to the best of your ability, we've got tutorials for every sport. But you click Optimize, and you run down here and you let it work its magic. And when it's done, you're going to see some guys in 80 and 90%. Oh, I don't want them in 80%. That's too much exposure, let's say. So I go back up here and I adjust it. I can adjust it a couple of ways. I can adjust their maximum exposure to 75%, and then I can just run it again. And you'll see nobody in here is going to be in more than 75% of my lineups. It caps them. Another thing that I can do, if I see too much of this Milos guy, then I can run up here, find Milos by searching for the player, and now I can either bump his projections up or down, or I can just control them myself. 0.8 fantasy points per minute. Well, I can also drop his minutes down to 28 minutes. Run it again. If he scores 0.8 points per minute and he's only playing 28 minutes, he's not going to score as much as if he's played 30 or 32 minutes. So I run back down here, and where'd Milos go? All the way down here, 50% now. He's not 70% anymore, he's 50%. So I dropped him down a little. I can play with this. I can adjust these guys up and down and play with and get the right mix, and then go take these and enter the tournaments that I want to enter, or the contests I want to enter. If I wanted to run 50 lineups, it's going to take a little bit longer to do the work. So in the meantime, let's come back to that. And I'll show you the pricing. For a free month, you can explore us. If you sign up for a website, follow this information here. You never played on DraftKings before? Open an account, deposit some money. Use the code CHIEFST, CHIEFST, and trigger the free month of DFS Army. Try us out. You'll like us. Come in for a monthly basis and no commitment, month to month. $40 a month. When I said other sites are charging 50, 60, 75, and $100 a month, I'm not kidding. Go look at them. For what you're seeing here with a customizable optimizer, tools, spreadsheets, statistics, content, premium, and strategy, all sports covered, a private Slack chat forum, which, I mean, nobody produces 50,000 messages a week like we do. Nobody has the accessible coaches. I've talked to many, many members that have come from other places and said they had a Slack chat forum. Why did you come here? They said, because nobody ever talked to me. You will get so much talk in the NBA room, you will complain about it because it'll water down some of the information. But if you want people to talk to you and you want questions to ask, you can tag them, you can get their attention, they will come running, they will help you. That's what we do. Our customer service is impeccable. If you want to pay by the year and knock the price down a little bit, $33 a month, go for it, man. Savings is a savings. I'm not opposed to that. Let's go back and check out the domination station and see what it produced with its 50 lineups. So I've got a mix now of 74% exposure Drew Holiday, 74% Anthony Davis, Milos, whatever, 36% now. And I scroll down here and I start taking some of the mixtures that I like. Let's say I like that mix and I may run that one. Let's say I like this mix, I may run that one. Notice it's got different players in it in every single lineup. A lot of other optimizers do this, but not in the customizable fashion. They don't allow you to control all points of the construction process like ours do. And like I said, we've got tutorials for every single one of the sports that we run. Guys, this is your buddy Chapadon. Quick tour showing you DFSArmy.com. I don't believe there's a better value out there anywhere. I will leave you with one final tip. If you play NFL and you're getting ready to wind your season down because the slates are gone, I encourage you to try NBA, NHL, PGA, something. The nuances of those sports that you will learn will directly benefit your NFL game next year, I promise you. You will come back to your season-long drafts next August. You'll sit down with your friends and you will say, what in the hell are they thinking? I did it. I've done it every year. Every year I get better. Every year I look at my own friends and just kind of shake my head and say, what do you mean you're picking Tom Brady #1 overall? You may already know that. A lot of your friends don't. But do you know that some of the statistics and some of the construction principles of stacking in baseball directly correlate to NFL? Do you know that some of the nuances you'll pick up in the point scoring systems in PGA will directly help your NFL game? You don't know that. I do. Why? Because I stuck around and I started learning all of the other major sports as well. If you don't know those and you can't answer those 2 points right there, you need us. You need to come into DFS Army. You need to learn the nuances of the other sports so that you can then come back and kick your friends' butts in NFL next year. It can happen. I promise you it can happen. It happens to everybody every day. We've got over $50,000 winners. We've got $250,000 winners in the NFL, $150,000 winners in the NFL. We've got the winners and the track record to prove it. We've got the coaches to help you become one of them. Give us a shot, whether it's for free or the $40 a month. Choice is yours. Give us a shot. You won't be disappointed. DFSArmy.com. Thanks for opening the newsletter. I'll talk to you hopefully on the inside of Slack. Take care, guys.